Hey, Motorman here. What you're looking at is the Triumph Street Scrambler. There are two versions. This is the less expensive one, and it has the lower seat height. It's got the 900cc motor, parallel twin, plenty of power for this type of bike. I love the looks of the Scrambler. I remember back in the 70s, just about every metric manufacturer had a version of a Scrambler. The Scrambler was basically before they came out with actual dirt bikes. People would convert a regular street motorcycle, take off as much weight as possible, put higher exhaust on it, and do some dirt riding. Of course, now with regular dirt bikes and motocross, etc., there's no need for that. But the benefit of a bike like this is you can do some off-roading with it. It's not a serious off-road motorcycle, but if you're cruising around and you see a dirt road and say, I wonder where that goes to. Well, on a bike like this, you can find out very easily where it goes. You don't want to take something like this into, sugar sand or things like that, but it's perfectly suitable for fire roads and average dirt street that you might find all over the country. And of course, this type of bike was made famous by guys like Steve McQueen back in the 50s and 60s. And Triumph was one of the original bikes that they would convert for use for on or off road. So a lot of heritage in this motorcycle. And I'm betting it's a fun bike to ride. I haven't ridden one since they first came out, about 7-8 years ago. So I'm looking forward to taking this out for a ride. Now I'm in Tampa, and not many dirt roads right around here that I'm familiar with. So most of my riding is going to be on the street, but that's what mainly this bike is for, riding on the street. Old style, modern mechanics. Triumph's reliability can't be beat. It's nothing like it was in the 50s and 60s. No more electrical problems. So let's take it out for a ride. Now the Scrambler, when they first came out with it, had kind of a high seat height. That's no longer the case on this model. At 5'7", I have no problem flat-footing this bike. Now the other model, the 1200, yeah, that seat's up in the air. I tried that bike, and I'm barely just getting tiptoes down. So for shorter riders, this is the ticket. And it's geared differently than the other street models, so that you can, as I said, take it off-road. On a decent packed sand, you're fine. Don't want to take it into sugar sand, which we have a lot of here in Florida. Again, like all Triumphs, clutch pull is really smooth and very easy. Transmission shifts, you can barely hear it. You can definitely feel it, so you know you're in gear, but there's hardly any sound at all coming from that transmission. Extremely smooth, as is the motorcycle. On my 2014 Bonneville, I had got a little bit of vibration through the grips, especially at highway speeds, but they've made some refinements even since then on their motors, and this is dead smooth. Power is adequate, especially for this type of motorcycle. Again, it's not built for you know, 600-mile ride on the interstate. That's not what this bike is for. This bike is strictly about having some fun on and off the road. I know in my area of Pasco County, we still have plenty of dirt roads. They're kind of packed in, so it'd be perfect on this kind of motorcycle. Good suspension travel on this bike, so the ride is a bit firm, but you don't have to worry about bottoming out. Of course, if you're in New York City, I haven't been there in a long time, but I remember the streets were more like the Baja, and you want a motorcycle with like this up there just for that fact that you got some extra suspension travel. And you could make it through most potholes quite easily. Got to rev this motor a little bit to get serious power. As I said, it's, you know, for this type of motorcycle, it's not a sport bike. It's a standard motorcycle that's capable of a little off-road work, and if you want to do more off-road work, you just put some 60/40 tires on it. The riding position is upright and is made so that you can easily stand up on the pegs, get your weight as low as possible on those dirt roads. I believe the tires that come on this bike are 80-20, meaning 80% for on-road, 20% off-road. It sits up higher than the regular Bonneville by a bit, a couple of inches probably. But as I said, since this is a very thin motorcycle, so you can easily get your feet down. Even a short person can flat-foot this motorcycle. So you've got that extra bit of travel on the suspension, excellent lean angle. You don't have to worry about scraping the pegs when you're tearing around your favorite winding road. Got some torque down low, let you get your best performance, bringing it up to 5,000 or so RPMs. Now I'm in fourth gear, going just about 50 miles an hour. No lugging, it picks up quite easily from that speed in fourth gear. Probably third gear again around town is your best bet if you don't want to shift too much. But with this smooth transmission and clutch, shifting's half the fun. Seats on the firm side, but sometimes that's best when you're taking a long ride. It's what we used to call, I don't know if they still do, a banana seat. You can ride two up on it. You probably won't get too many complaints from the passenger. I guess it depends on the passenger. But you can easily carry two people on this motorcycle. There's an off-road mode. See if that feels any different. I think the off-road mode gives you a little more torque down low. I'm now in the road mode, which I guess is the default position. Even with so many businesses shut down here in Florida, Tampa traffic's still pretty active. Of course, usually these roads here are bumper-to-bumper traffic almost all day long, from 8 o'clock in the morning on. But it's not bumper-to-bumper, but there's plenty of traffic around. And that's a good thing, because it means people are working. Bike feels very light. Slightest push on those grips and the bike initiates the turn very well. One of the problems with the older Triumphs that were considered a performance bike of the time, and they were at the times, in the 60s, but vibration, boy, anything above 50 miles an hour, and like the Harleys of the day, yeah, it got pretty bad. Those days are long gone. These motors are just ultra smooth for a parallel twin. Mirrors give you an excellent view behind you, and there's no blurring. Once again, proving that this is a very smooth bike. So if you like these road tests that I do, I hope you hit the subscribe and click the little bell so you'll be notified. I try to do at least 3 of these a month, sometimes maybe more, depending on what dealership will let me ride their motorcycles. And I want you to stay safe out there. Pay attention to social distancing. It's going to help you. If you can't find a mask to wear, you know, you can make your own with a scarf or a handkerchief, or you could put a paper bag over your head, put a couple of holes in the front and the back, so you get 2 uses out of it. Yeah, people are going to laugh at you, but who cares? Till next time.